honest for a second, I kind of hate doing songs in my classroom that everybody else uses. I know that's horrible, but I'm always looking for like fun new folk song, well, not new folk songs, but fun folk songs that other people aren't using and kind of are off the beaten track and stuff like that. But when I do find a folk song that is really common, but I also really like, and I really want to use it, I try to find different ways to use it and different ways to teach it. And that was the case with this one. So this song that we're going to talk about today is the song Starlight Starbright, which is a very, very popular piece among elementary music teachers to teach So and Me, or to teach Ta and TT or quarter and eighth notes. And I avoided it for a long time because I was like, everyone uses that, that's no fun. But I finally gave in this year and taught it for the first time because I did the song Little Silver Moon with my second graders. I will leave a link to the video all about that one down below. And I loved it, and I wanted more like outer space themed pieces, and I was like, oh, this will work perfectly, so I caved. But I did find some really fun ways to teach the song. So in this video, we're going to talk all about how I taught the song Starlight Starbright, and specifically like fun activities that you can do that make it even more exciting. Now, if you were teaching this song, then the first thing you need to do is actually like teach the song. I did this at the very beginning of the year with my second graders to review rhythm and So and Me, and so we just started by, you know, singing it by rote. So if you don't know the song, it goes like this. Starlight, star bright, first star I see tonight. Wish I may, wish I might, have this wish I wish tonight. Easy peasy, right? So easy. Since we were using this to work on So and Me, my kiddos that used it to tap their shoulders when we were singing So, and down on their legs for Me, and that just helps to give them a way to get the wiggles out as well as remember the song a little better because they're moving their bodies along with it. So after we do this, we either introduce or review the concept of So and Me, and the easiest way for me to do this is just to print out the solfege or the melodic pattern, or to put it up on the board and have the kids point on it. Now, I actually did this during COVID and we were distance learning. I was teaching from right here in my home office, and so I just put it on the screen and the kids were tapping the notes very gently so they didn't break their computer. But in person, you could do this in like a printed out version, or just put it up on the screen and have them tap kind of in the air, and have them even go up couple at a time and tap on the screen. So either way, however you want to do that is fine, but I think it's really helpful just to have them like point to it, especially in those early days of figuring out So and Me and high and low, and those are good things. So like I said, I did this on the computer, and I used the Google Slides presentation that I have in my Teachers Pay Teachers shop to do that. There's also a printable one in the Starlight Starbright printables, and there's like a whole pack, so I will leave that link down below if you want to check that out. Now, once we've been pointing and figuring it out, and maybe even filling in the blank, because that's always an easy way to get the kids figuring out and decoding the music, then we make it a little bit more fun. So I haven't done this, full disclosure, but next year this is happening. After, in an ideal world, you know, when we're not online, after you teach the song, then you can put a big 2 or 3 line staff up on your board. You can just draw it with markers and give the kids flashlights, and have them take the flashlights and point to where So and Me would be up on the board as they sing. This gives the hands-on activity. It also makes it a little bit more fun while they're practicing So and Me, and you know, we are on So and Me for like forever and ever and ever, so it just kind of switches it up, and it kind of adds to that like starry night kind of feel because flashlights. It's great. So you would obviously need to make your room pretty dark for this to work. I don't have any windows in my room, so that is not an issue for me, although I do usually leave like my closet light on so it's not pitch black, because I do still want to be able to see the kiddos. Now at the end, I always like to finish this song with asking the kids what they wish for. They always have really creative things. Some of them will be like, I wish we were at Disney World, and I'm like, me too, kid. And then others have like really heartfelt things that are kind of sad, because this year we had a lot of like, I wish COVID was gone, and I was like, me too. Me too. So sad. All right, so after we practice and put it up on the board and all of that kind of stuff, I like to always test their understanding by having the kids actually put the notes on the staff. So sometimes we do that in a printed out version where they're putting, you can do manipulatives, you can have them draw the notes, you can have them like glue them on, but let's be honest, we're not gluing anything in my classroom. But you can have them draw them, you can have them put the manipulatives onto staves, sorry. You can have them put manipulatives onto a staff. You can have them do it digitally. So I actually have like activities that the kids can either drag the notes on Google Slides or click on the missing note on Google Forms. So that's how we did it this year because we were online. But any of those ways that you want to do it is perfectly fine, and I'll leave links below to my lesson pack where I have the activities that kids can do and the printables and all of that. So that's the main bulk of the lesson, but now let's talk about lesson extensions, because this I feel like is where, well, okay, it's not gonna get more fun than the flashlights, but this is where you get to have a lot of fun with folk songs, is when you kind of take them and like extend them and do other things. So number one is a short ride in a fast machine. This piece is such a good listening piece because it's like all over the place and it is so much fun. So how we did this when we were going over all of our space themed songs is that we would fly in between one song and the other. So when we did Little Silver Moon, then we would get on the moon and then we would fly from the moon to the stars so that we could do Starlight, Star Bright. So we would do them in between the different folk songs, and I had the kids get scarves or scarf-like items when we were online and try to match the music. This works so well with a short ride in a fast machine because it is like all over the place. It sounds like you're in a spaceship, which is the point. So they just, you know, are like flailing all around, and it is a great time. If you still got your flashlights out, then you could also have the kids draw on the ceiling with their flashlights. So have them have their flashlights and move them all around to see if you can kind of match the music as you're moving your flashlight all around. All right, the next one is also with flashlights, and that is form with flashlights. So there's a lot of fun things. I haven't done this in a long time, but I think we're gonna pull it back out next year because it was so much fun when we did it. You can do form activities with flashlights. It's possible and it's amazing. So basically you just need to find a song that has a simple form, and then you can pick, this is what we're doing on A, this is what we're doing on B, this is what we're doing on C, all of the above. Now, the easiest way to do this is to find one that just has an A and a B. So this is where I start with my little kids because it's just so easy. Things like Ballet of the Unhatched Chicks is AABA, so that would be a good one. And so what you can do is have the kids move their flashlights around. You can do you can have them do like circles, or you can have them write their name in the sky. That's a really easy one. Or, you know, just have them move around however they want. And then on the B section, we would stick it on our bellies so that it would be dark on the B section, and then on A we would come back out. So that's a really easy way that you can do it. From there you can kind of build. So a fun one to do would be like maybe this march from Star Wars, because that is a really nice theme, and you can pick just different sections for each one. So things you could possibly do, you could move your flashlights back and forth, you could do circles, you can have them write their name, you can do diagonal, you can do like crazy. You can do whatever you want. Another thing you can do is what I did when we used our flashlights last time, is I colored half of them like green with a Sharpie and half of them red with a Sharpie. So we had different colors, and so it was like if you have red, then you go on the A section. If you have green, they use the B section. And if everybody plays on the C section, or different things like that. So there's a lot of different ways you can do it. Just pick a piece and go for it. And it's gonna be so much fun. Your kids are gonna remember it forever. It's gonna be their favorite thing ever. All right, the next thing that you can do along with this is the song Little Silver Moon, which I've already mentioned quite a few times, but it's a really cute Chinese folk song. There's an Orff arrangement that I have that goes along with it. So I will leave the link down below to the video all about that one so that you can check that out and add that to your repertoire. All right, the next one is Follow the Drinking Gourd. So a little bit of a different style, but Follow the Drinking Gourd is one of our absolute favorite spirituals. We do this in 2nd grade. Usually every year, and sometimes in 1st grade too, just because we like it. So Follow the Drinking Gourd is a song that people used to help slaves escape on the Underground Railroad. So the drinking gourd is a gourd, like a squash, that you would dry and it would get really hard and you would hollow out, and then you would use it as like a dipper. Like a big dipper. So in the song it says follow the drinking gourd, but they really mean follow the dipper in the sky and the constellations, because that's where the North Star is. And if you follow the North Star, then it will take you up north where there is no slavery, and so then you would be free once you get, you know, up far enough north, hopefully without getting caught. And there's a whole bunch of other like secret clues in the song as well. So it says like left foot, peg foot, which is a symbol that they would write on the trees to help you know that you're on the right way. So it's like a footprint and then like a peg, so like a little a circle. So we go through this song, we talk about what it's from, and we have a couple of books. I'll leave the links to the books down below that we read along with it to help us really understand it. But it's a great way to talk about constellations in relation to Starlight Starbright, and also my second graders usually work on constellations and stars anyway, so that's actually why we did all of this. So that makes it even extra great because you can tie it to science, and then you have the added like historical section that you can talk about with the Underground Railroad and all of that stuff. And the last one that you can add is Star Festival. Now, full disclosure, I like to use this with slightly older kids, but it's just quarter and eighth notes, so you can definitely use it with the little people. It's a really good song. It's a Japanese folk song, and I have an arrangement that goes along with that as well. So I will leave a link to that one down below as well so that you can check that out, and you can click on the little like preview thing and it'll show you the rhythm and the solfege so you can decipher the song. All right, friends, so there are a couple of ideas for what you can do with Starlight Starbright, hopefully that you haven't thought of or heard of before. I would love to know what your favorite things are to do with this song, so leave them in the comments below, and I will see you guys next time.